Hello, everyone. This is Oriana with FanoosMagazine.com. I am here with my friend, the amazing, the talented, the incredible Carlos Carmona from Mexico. It is so good to see you again after so long.
Oh, thank you so much for having me here.
Absolutely, of course. I actually met Carlos at one of Vanessa's events and I was blown away, not only by your dancing, but by how funny and kind and sweet you were. And we shared an Uber to the airport and I got to know you better. And like you are just a stunning person inside and out.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, I'm sure a lot of you know, but if you don't, Carlos actually runs a fabulous festival in Mexico called Rakassah. So, since this is the events issue of the magazine, tell us your process of how you decided to start running and producing such a large event.
Okay, I started this event in 2011 when I first brought Karim Nagy and Sonia Ochoa. Querétaro, the city where I am from, at that moment it was a really small place and it was really complicated to find some places to train. So basically, when I started running Rakassah, I tried to bring people that I wanted to learn from. So basically, like the spine of this festival is to bring people that are great teachers, more than the dancing and more than and the performance, because performance is important. But for me, the most important is like to have a good pedagogy and great didactic. I'm not sure if that's a word in English. Didactic, didactic.
It is.
When you the process when you teach. Not the creating not creating a path, but the way when you teach.
Yeah, we do have a word similar to that in, in English, but I think like your program or your methodology would
Yeah,
also
the methodology,
words.
exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, it's very important to bring great teachers. That's the first thing. So when I run Rakkassah, I broke my. I was studying ATS at the moment. That's part of my past. And I broke Elsan from San Miguel de Allende. She's from Prescott, Arizona originally. And then I broke another teacher called Aline del Castillo. She's from Mexico City. So they were my main teachers at the moment. And then I broke Karim because I'm always been interested in folklore and music. So he's a great teacher and a great educator about the culture and the arts of Middle East here in America. So they were my first teachers. And Sonia, that at that moment she was at Belly Dance Superstars. I guess she was almost stepping out from Belly Dance Superstars. So I broke them for the first time. Then next year I brought Lila Sayed Elias. She's a gypsy dancer here from Mexico, and she's very educated woman. She has a PhD in art education, and she made like a whole methodology about flamenco and Middle Eastern dances mixed, and all of them made here in Mexico. So we have a very big um, influence of the Middle East by Spain here in Mexico. So she developed a whole methodology about that. Then I wrote Lila again with Karim on 2013. And then I wrote Nurhan Sharif. Sara Arda from Spain has been here also. Cesar Insaurralde from Argentina at the moment. I wrote Nurhan has been here like 3 times before she stopped dancing. And then COVID happened, and then I decided to stop it because it was too complicated. And then in 2022, I brought again Mohammed Shaheen, and then I decided because I needed like a big teacher to bring back the festival again because I stopped it in 2018 or 19. I'm not sure. It was 1 year before COVID when I stopped dancing. So when I decided to bring someone to like to refresh the festival and do it again, and I brought Shaheen, And then I brought two of my most favorite people in the world, Mercedes Nieto from Hungary and Aziza from Canada. So they were on the 2024 edition. And last year were also, I repeated Mercedes, um, Aziza, and at Vanessa of Cairo. I met Vanessa in 2015 in Budapest at Mercedes Festival, and she blew my mind. She is like a very educated and trained, and she has a degree in dance, and she's like a very, very talented woman and educated and loving woman. So I decided to add to this very magical formula. And now for this year, I will bring, for the first time in Mexico as a teacher, I will bring Fael Ravelo, who is a great dabki dancer, and he's so into folklore. And I will bring Melissa Gamal from Toronto. I love her so much. I love her dance, and a few years ago she had the opportunity to play a sales in Cairo. So she has like a whole curriculum behind her. So they will be my two stars. It's supposed actually this is the first place where I say it because I haven't announced it. So for just for Fanoos Magazine. Those are the stars for Rakkassah Festival 2026.
You heard it here first, folks. That's right.
Yes.
VIP announcement only in Fanoos Magazine. That makes me feel so special. Thank you. I'm excited. You
Yes.
have had an all-star lineup through the years. I mean, some of those names are like, legendary. And
Yes.
I know a lot of people that I talk to also sometimes struggle because they have that small town atmosphere, or they have a smaller, like your town in Mexico, like just recently got a direct flight to the airport.
Yes. From Dallas, from Houston, from Atlanta, and will be from LA and New York soon.
Right, exactly. And there are so many places in America where I know dancers struggle even just to get gigs, let alone try to get wonderful master teachers or people that they want to study with. And you created that opportunity. So, would you say that you had a really big challenge at first getting this started because you were in this, we'll say, a not major city?
Yes, it's complicated because the facilities to make the festival aren't like not that easy. But now it's a big blessing that we have a straight flight, so that makes easier everything. And also, I try to have like a whole team working on it, like with the people who's outside of the country, like to help him to get the addresses and the meals, and like we try to care take care of the people as much as we can. Uh, for example, 2 years ago, we had Lisa Price, we have like 6 or 7 dancers from the States, and then they repeated, and they were very happy because actually, and for all you to know, it's so much easier and cheaper to come to Mexico to have a festival because it costs us like a part of what costs in the States or in other place in the world. And maybe with the amount of a festival, you pay the flight and the food and accommodation. So it's easier. And the most magic part of that is that when you come outside your place, you get out of your comfort zone. So that gives you the opportunity to grow and take things like from a different sphere. So that's amazing because your the way that you learn it became different because you're in a completely different environment. Of course, all the classes are also in Spanish and English, so that's easier for everybody, and gives you the opportunity to make connections with other people and to be seen in other places in the world, here for the Mexican people and also for people from outside the country. And that makes us a great bonding between cultures because actually we are people in America making Middle Eastern dances, so that makes a bond. And I think that's amazing that we can have that kind of bonds with some other uh, places and other people in other sides of the world.
Absolutely well put. And that's a theme that's been coming up in every interview is, it does take a lot of work to run events. It can be expensive depending where you are, who you're bringing. There's a lot of tiny details, but it's the bonding experiences that everybody walks away from on top of, like the amazing instruction or learning something new together in one environment. And your environment is unique as well. I know that you tie in your cultural roots. This past Rakkassah Fest, I was so sad I couldn't go because you held it on Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, and you made a point to incorporate your Mexican heritage into the festival.
Yes, it was so amazing because, you know, it was something unique. And actually, that's a funny story because I talked to Mercedes and I told like, hey, I really want you to come back. And she said like, yes, but I have to accept this contract because last year I denied that contract because I wanted to be with you. Mercedes is a really good friend of mine. And she told me like, I need to go to Cancun and my only date is on Dia de los Muertos parade. So I guess it won't work, but I would love to be there. And I said, like, let's do it. Let's do it. So it gave me the opportunity to be creative about bringing people, to like to get a bigger immersion experience because we had a concert with an orchestra here from Querétaro. I work for a Ministry of Culture here also, beside my architectural thing, and I had the opportunity like to manage some concerts and Mexican ballet run for kids and teenagers, and they dance at the show, and it was so amazing. And like you know, we have like different kinds of cultures, and the thing is that we are completely globalized and we're not completely pure. And as I said before, the opportunity to create these bridges of invisible architecture between cultures is the only way that we can do it. That's it.
Absolutely. And you make such really valid points of like those invisible bridges of culture. Yes, I think you put that extremely well. And your festival, your event has grown exponentially through the years. It's, become a global player, as you said. How has your planning and maybe your intention changed as it's grown?
Yes, it completely changed. I mean, not changed. The main idea, I guess, it's still the same, but of course, I have to say that first year when I broke, well, I won't talk about the years before COVID because when I started making events again, I realized that things are moving completely different. All about the social media is complete because when I started making it, I said like, okay, I will go to print my posters and put them on some places, and my student says like, no, it's not the way that it works now. Everything changed from a time. So for me, it was a complete challenge to do it again, to get immersed into social media because I wasn't like, I didn't like to show like things about me or about my dance. And they said like, no, you need to show yourself. You need to showcase because that's the only way that you can get the people, to be known and to have everything changed from a time. I guess in the last 5, 6 years, everything changed about how all the handle things on social media. So it was a huge challenge. And now I guess I'm getting friends with the technology. And also, when I work Shaheen, I have like 25 people signed for the workshops. And now for the last two festivals, I have like 65, 70 people. So it grew a lot. And the first year after everything grew, it was completely out of my hands. But I have a big team. All my students, they get scholarships for it, of course, and but they were so supportive. And now that we have like a whole process, and we have a lot of meetings, and we are created like a route to make it. But this is eclectic because all of us, we have another kind of jobs. You have another job. I guess that idea about being a dancer full time is not always for everybody, and also that gave us the opportunity to be creative about our times, and how much time, how how much time can we give it to this project, because we don't do this for money, of course. I guess nobody in the dance does it for money. But I guess the most magical part is that we give what we are in the whole process. For example, last year we had a lot of focus like on where we are going to bring the teachers to eat or things like that. This year, we gave to the teachers like little soap bottles with her faces, but made them in Disney characters, belly dance Disney characters, and they like Mercedes as a belly dancer, and Assist as a belly dancer, and Vanessa as a belly dancer. Because also about the beside the international teachers, we brought like 6 or 7 national teachers to it, so that's a great skylight for them. Skylight, skyline. Uh,
A spotlight.
a spotlight, I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's a great way for them to show. And actually, for example, there's Viri Reyes, who works with Jelena. There were Dalila, who is a great organizer in Mexico City. So I try to bring people who are really interested in the pedagogic and the didactic and all. And that's the thing, that like to bring great teachers, because I mean we have a bunch of great dancers, but they already have their own scene. So my main intention is to bring great teachers, and maybe not some well-known teachers, but people that you where you can get a better education, or no education, well, like skills and abilities, and maybe because the best teachers of all is the time, but it has the very bad habit of being killing their students from time to time. So the best thing that you can learn from a teacher is the way that he or she makes her way or his way, the way uh, of his or her creative process, the way that put things together, the way that separates, the way that the things that they got inspired. So that's the thing that we need to learn from the teachers on that kind of festivals, because you cannot go to a festival just to learn technique, because that's why you have like a full-time teacher on your studio or your school or whatever, because technique is something that you have to train since you start dancing until you die. Technique is something that you need to do it the whole time, but inspiration is something that you don't get always from everyone. So like I want to think, I want to think that the kind of teachers that I bring, they are inspirational teachers. That's it.
I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. I'm gonna print that. You need to print that in your promo material. You're gonna be
Yeah.
studying technique until you die, but inspiration you don't get all the time. That's the truth.
Hmm.
That really is the truth. You cannot learn it all at a single festival, but you are going to see things that you don't normally see. You get outside of yourself, you get to just play, experiment, be exposed, and have that moment in time. That is so poignant. I like that.
Exactly.
I'm going to be thinking about
Completely.
that all night.
Yeah. And the thing is that, you know, technique is always that you need to do it all the time. And when you are not inspired, your technique and your discipline allows you to do the things when all it's getting harder, and or you get not inspiration, or you don't have like, oh, I want to go to the studio and create a great choreography, because you are not inspired the whole time. And holy shit, if you are inspired the whole time, I want to know the secret, because I guess none of us, we have all the inspiration the whole time. And big stars, for example, Mercedes told me last year, like, I need to take a break because I lost inspiration. And it's freaking Mercedes Nieto.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, if she has that kind of if she suffers that from time to time, for the mortal people like us.
No, but you're right. Burnout in America, we might say burnout, can
Yes, of
happen to
course.
anybody, but it can also happen to producers. There is so much work and sometimes, dealing with people that is involved with running an event. Have you ever felt yourself getting burnt out from running events?
Yes. Yes. It happened something like very peculiar. Last year, no, 2 years ago, I was so inspired and I really wanted to say, like, yes, I will do it next year. And next year I will bring that and that and that. And I will do it and I will put that lights. And then I will have like this entrance and all. Last year, like 4 hours before everything started, I said, like, I want everything ends. I want to go to my home, uh, lock myself and not to know anything about anyone like for a week. As much as I love to do it, as much as I love to this, I love this dance and I love creating dance, because to be in front of the stage, to be on the stage, or being behind the stage, there are three completely different things. And I love the three of them. But I was so burnt out. And I said, after that, I won't do a festival again, because last year I lost a lot of money on the festival. And I said, like, I won't do this again. Never again. Never, ever. And then I started taking classes with Fael, Dapki classes with Fael online. And I said, I really want people to know him. And then I saw Melissa's work and I said, like, I want her to I want that people knows about her. And also, I will bring Ahmed Rifat, my one of my main teachers. Well, I'm not bringing him, but someone else is bringing him to Mexico City, and she's not a great. And she's struggling with something, so we decided to make a master class here. And I said, like, I really love to do this, and I found inspiration again to do it again, to bring that people here, because I wish I had that opportunity when I was starting to dance, because I was formerly from the YouTube school in 2006, 2005, and all the information that we had, it was too little. And the first workshop that I took, it was 2009. So it took me a lot of time to find teachers and to find that world, that all the festivals world. And I guess I have my spot there in the world, and I'm not doing this just for money. I do it because I like to get people like closer to that experience, because for me all the festivals made me grow a lot.
Yes, I think we all kind of remember our first workshops, and I think for a lot of us, we remember the first workshops, especially where we felt that growth spurt and that feeling of being in the room with that instructor is something that you end up chasing for the rest of your career. You want to feel that way again, and it becomes this kind of intuitive trigger in your body of like, this is the person that's challenging me, this is the person that's pushing me, this is the person that's inspiring me, and it can change over time, but that is so important to keep looking for that.
Completely.
Yes. So, one other thing that I believe a lot of people are struggling with right now is, as you mentioned before, there are always things that are outside of your control. There's a lot happening in the world right now. There's a lot happening in just about every country. I don't think there's a safe place right now. Um, but, like, especially here in North America, we have a, pretty serious economic situation, people losing their jobs, and you are based in Mexico, where there's been some recent, kind of political issues. And that's a big fear for people running events because you've sunk all of this money into producing it, and now there might be travel restrictions or people can't afford to go or they're afraid to go. What are your ongoing thoughts, because you might be in the middle of thinking about this, but what is some advice that you might have for people?
You know, for example, my city, Querétaro, is one of the safest cities in the country here in Mexico. Puerto Vallarta is also one of the safest. The thing that happened at Dream Camp recently, it was completely atypical. It's something that never happened. I've been traveling to Puerto Vallarta like 2 or 3 times a year since, I don't know, I was a kid. I mean, it was it's it was one of the safest places in the country because you heard a lot of like that kind of things on the border or on the border with Guatemala or in the States. So the thing that happened was completely atypical, and actually I'm really sad, and I feel, I don't want to say ashamed, but because it wasn't my fault, but I feel sad because many people that came to Dream Camp, I saw how they were really scared. I was really scared. I remember that I was in another hotel when I had the opportunity to go to my room and lock myself. I threw up. I'm diabetic, so I was like, it was something that passed everything that we could thought. And Dream Camp, it was just 1 hour to get away. All the shuttles to the airport were at 10 a.m. and that thing started like 9 a.m. So many people had to stay there like for a week because they lose their flights because the airport didn't want to work, of course. And it was completely atypical, but it was something like they really needed to do it. They caught like a big boss of the very bad things, and but it was something atypical. It's something that could happen on the States in a fire shoot, troubles, gunshot. I don't remember the way.
Like a shooting, or like,
Yeah, like sure,
we have
exactly,
instances of violence here. We have plenty.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we have had a lot of things involved to violence in the whole world. I have some friends in Lebanon that they are struggling with it a lot. We have a lot of friends. It's something that I don't know what's going on with the world today, but I don't know. It's not just Mexico. Actually, it's supposed that I wrote Shahrazad. I love Shahrazad, and we still love her. I was bringing her for the first time here in June, and after that, she said like, not this time. I need to wait a little because she has some health issues at the moment, so she doesn't want to struggle it at the moment. So we decided to postpone it until like the political and situation will get better here. So alhamdulillah, I guess for December, when the festival will be, everything is going to be settling down, and that's why I decided to postpone it a lot because Rakkassah Fest will be, it's supposed to be on June, this year. So I decided to postpone until December. So I will bring 6 months to get everything settling down and things are getting calmer. And also that gives a lot of time to people to get their flights and you know it's like a good thing for everybody. So I really hope um, people here in the country and from the States and from other places in the world that Mexico is not just the delinquents. Mexico is not just about the cartels. Mexico, it has a rich culture. It has a lot of people that works every day for having a good tourism environment and to work for having the best food and to have the best accommodations and to have the best clean streets. And it's more than just that thing. I don't want to get emotional because it resembled me a lot this year, this time, these weeks. But I really believe that Mexico is more than the things that happen on the or the things that are on the news.
Very well said. I feel like you could say that about just about any country. I mean, yeah, I mean, not to get emotional, but yeah, it is. I think you have very good advice that if you need to postpone, people will understand. You know, if you're clear
Exactly.
in your communication and you absolutely feel like it's the best decision, people are usually afraid to postpone because they feel like they'll lose people or they're not looking dedicated or consistent. But if you need to postpone or
We'll do it.
change something, pivot something, don't be afraid to do it. Yes.
Exactly. And it's because, also there's another like another side of the things that here in Mexico we have a very bad fame about the organizers that a lot of organizers that been a lot of things and they didn't pay to the teachers. For example, Mercedes passed it. Monique need pass it. Nurhan had that situation. So I don't want to get involved in that, like in that atmosphere because I'm really clear about it. And when I decided to cancel it, I refund all the money to all the people, and I said, okay, so we will postpone it, but I won't keep your money. Your money is your money, not mine. So we are completely transparent and clear about it. If we need to cancel, it's for safety of everybody. That's all.
Finally, last question. What do you envision for the future of your event? What if you do decide to keep going and going and going and going?
Years and years and years. Oh my God. Um, I want a safe environment for everybody to, I guess that to bloom, to flourish, we need to have a healthy and safe spot to make it. So I really hope that Rakkassah Festival is a safe and healthy and loving place because everything that we do is by love. Recently, I read this that says that um, normally we are moved just by two feelings in the world, fear and love. So I really believe and hope that if we don't need to get into fear, we need to get moved by love. And the thing is that we need to connect with the people that we love. We need to connect with ourselves first. And I really hope that this festival will be the place where you can come and flourish on the dance floor, on the classroom, on the show, on the bending places, and everywhere. I really believe that we need to get a safe and healthy environment because this dance, as you know and as everybody knows, we can get some toxic people even with ourselves. Like maybe I'm not too skinny, maybe I'm not too young, maybe I'm not. I don't have like this wonderful costume, and we are like hitting ourselves, and what I really believe is that we need to to be kind to ourselves. So this festival is an open invitation to be kind to ourselves, to dance for ourselves, to don't forget why we are dancing, because normally it's easy to lose our path. So that's an open invitation for us to to get in contact with ourselves and with other people that we find on the way.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful words. Are there any other projects that you want to promote or anything else that you're working on? Because you work with so many other dancers and other teams and things. You're I can't keep up with you on social media.
Oh, well, I will bring Ahmed Rifat here in Querétaro. It's just a master class. It's 2 hours and a half, but it's he directs one of the most important troops in Egypt. So it's really important to learn from the Saros. And Ahmed is a really loving and educated teacher. So I really hope that everybody here can come because the class is like $40. I mean, yes, exactly. They really need to come.
That's it. I'm booking a flight to Mexico. Like, I'll
Yes!
sleep on your front porch. I don't even care.
Of course, no, you have a home here, you know it.
Ahmed Rafad in Mexico for a $40 class. I can't handle it. I can't.
Exactly. And then, well, Rakassah will be on December 4 to 6, remember, with Fael Ravelo, Melissa Gamal. I have someone else in mind. I just need to check my numbers, but I really want to bring these people. I can't say a name because I don't have something signed, so I don't want to say something that maybe won't work. And for 2027, I will work on Vanessa's making an intensive here a whole week where we can do like a folklore show with her. So she will train some people to create a show. You know, Vanessa's background, she is the only American woman to lead a troupe in Egypt, and I guess that that's very important for us here in America because to get, as I said, we need to get involved with the culture, get involved with all the traditions and all the things that we need to OB and abide because here in America we have the opportunity to dance in a more free way. And we really need to celebrate that because in Arab countries, uh, you know,
Mhm.
I mean, everybody knows it. And if you don't know it, please get into it. Sarah Abdelrahman talks a lot about that. Keep her posts about what do you need to about being a belly dancer in Egypt, or for example, me as a male dancer, I cannot be a belly dancer in Egypt, or I mean, I can do folklore, but not to baladi or to cabaret because I will go to jail. So it's very important for us to know like the background and some knowledge about it. So um, for me, it's very important to not um, to not lose this respect to the culture. So from someone that lived 10 years in Arab countries, it's information that you can have from first hand.
Yes. Yes. Well,
And
Carlos,
we love Vanessa here.
we do. I actually interviewed Vanessa for this issue. That's my mom. That's my dance
Nice.
mom.
Yay.
Thank you so, so much, Carlos. You had amazing things to say, really well put. I know that this is going to help other people that are thinking about running events or have been running their events. And I'm so excited for everything that you have coming up.
Oh, thank you so much. And of course, you're so welcome to come. We love you so much here.
I can be packed in 20 minutes. Let me tell my cat,
Yeah.
Iris,
Yalla
Iris,
bina.
we're going to Mexico. I love you, Carlos. Thank you so much.
Love you too.
Everybody out there, stay tuned for more at fanoosmagazine.com.